Go. Just a quick one to let you know, that wasn't me at the end being assaulted by the 3 police officers. That was actually a returning soldier who had come back, they'd on a night out, there'd been some altercation up the road, and they basically singled him out because he was drunk, and as you could see, he was in the middle of the street, and then got pounced on by 3 police officers and then got badly beaten. He was taken into the back of the paddy wagon there, taken to the cells, charged. He ended up being caught, and basically he was charged with assaulting a police officer. And then 3 months later, it went to a different judge, and they threw the court case out because because he didn't assault a police officer, as you can clearly see, and they saw that evidence. And he was a soldier that had fought in Afghanistan and was just back on leave, and that's why I put that there on the end. So, just a little comment there.
The red light's on. Okay. Mark Ashmore. Wow. Okay. Nice guy. He's impressed me in a big way tonight, because I thought he came over really well, and it just works really, because the guy is growing up, he's learning, and I hope I've been a little bit of influence on him, and because I think he's gonna make it one day.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Mark, we first met Mark on Life on Mars, and he's absolutely.
We did Life on Mars all together. That's when we first met him. Yeah.
That's where we first met him, and we've been friends.
And he's looked out for us.
He's looked. Well, what he's done, he said.
His little bits and pieces of film.
He's asked for our knowledge and so on and whatever.
Yeah.
And throughout the course of the last couple of years, he's gone on to do what he's done now.
Well,
and
he embraced sort of experience last year, 2 years ago in Chesterfield. We did a little piece, a little film, and then this is even better, this one, with a bit more funding from elsewhere, and it helped to bring more people around and make it a nicer situation. And obviously still done on love, but there's plenty of it.
Well, getting back to the story, what the film he's done, with his, how he's found his experience is absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah.
So I'm glad we're
I'm in awe of him.
To it.
And I think it's magnificent what he's doing. And I'll support him all the way.
10 out of 10 for the guy.
In my mature years.
He's a young guy. We're giving our experience as older guys.
Pass it on to him.
Experience.
I just want to help him in a big way.
Been around a long time, different films. I've done Gladiator, he's done other great films.
You did Gladiator Gladiator down to this? I mean,
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
This is what I look for. Young blood coming through, making the film industry great. That's what it's all about. I've got my time, I'll give it. Anybody else who's coming along in Salford or whatever it is, I'll do the same thing. It's my area, and I live around it.
And tonight on the floor, he was fantastic.
Absolutely. And 10 out of 10, the film, we've watched it. Now that we've put it all together, it looks great. Great. Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Police, there's a thing on that came through, you know when you get all those drunk emails where people send you pictures, and there was a soldier in Basra, and there was a little girl who'd been injured in a bomb attack.
Yeah.
And it was a picture of a soldier, quite simply, on a rocking chair with this little girl on her chest, and the slogan was, why wasn't this all over the newspaper? If he'd done something wrong, it was. And underneath it had that this little girl had been injured and she never ever stopped crying. But there was this one lance corporal that the minute he held her, she shut up, and he'd spent 5 nights sleeping on a chair in a hospital in Basra, nursing this little girl. That wasn't anywhere. It was a small article in a newspaper. If he'd have done something wrong, he'd have been on the front of every single news article. You know, these are heroes. They're just ordinary lads who go out. You know, some of them go out after just a few months training, and they end up coming back with no legs and no arms. And you know, how do you recover from something like that? So we do have a duty. You don't have to support the war. You know,
basically saying that while injustice goes off in the world, artists must scream for those that cannot. And I believe that our heroes that serve our country aren't given a voice in the media, and that, so that was the reason, Aaron, why I made the film, and hopefully it puts across something in an entertaining way and also a thought-provoking way.
Before or after?
Both, really.
It's kind of like a weight off off your shoulders kind of thing, because you spend so much time praying that it's going to be all right, and to see it come off the way it did, with everyone clapping and everyone actually it being quite thought-provoking, it's a nice feeling. It's really nice to see everyone affected by it. It's really good.
And what do you think about the message of the film? Do you think it came across?
Yeah, especially with the piece at the end, because I'd seen a rough cut version of the film, but it didn't have the piece at the end with the police officers, the actual footage of actual police officers basically beating up a soldier, and it felt a little bit sick, to be honest, at the end. I mean, when you're on set for 8 hours and you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, you kind of lose focus on what it actually all means, you know. But then that little segment at the end really brought it home, and I felt a bit like we'd achieved something, at least.
All this information, everything you see here comes from soldiers. Also, with that, Tom Gambert, who used to be at Northwest Vision and Media, who was head of part of development for New Talent, he said to me, Mark, if you're going to make this film, you have got to stand in a room full of soldiers and show it, and not be afraid to do that and stand in front, which is why I'm doing that now. And then you would have fulfilled what you set out to do. So this is the end of the journey now. I've shown the film. There are soldiers amongst the crowd who will make themselves known and come and speak to me later. So I'll either be in a car park or in the canal, or we'll be having a pint of Broken Britain beer at the bar. So I'd like to say thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much to the Mayor of Salford and the Mayoress of Salford for coming, and thank you to all of you, the cast, crew, everyone that's been involved, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark.